Peter Thiel is on the steering committee of the Bilderberg Group.
Well, that's just a way to throw you off.
He's actually
on the upside, there's a big but, because the but is he may be able to buy InfoWars in an auction. Save my ass.
Sam Seder went after MAGA right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones on his show about this horrible deal that we're looking at with Palantir and mass surveillance. I love these videos with Sam Seder making fun of Alex Jones because I love to hear him do Alex Jones' voice. So we're going to take a look at these clips from Alex Jones' show as well as Sam Seder's show. I'm going to share my thoughts on this too. Let's check it out together.
This is exclusive. I love this.
Clipped by Alex.
Alex Jones is providing an exclusive to Alex Jones responding to the Palantir hysteria and laying out what's really happening. Now, where is Alex Jones? Does he still have, is InfoWars still his? What is he, where does he do this?
Well, he does have the branding InfoWars still up. I hadn't known that, but it must still be in Austin.
I mean, what does he do? Like, how does he still have, I think the court didn't allow for the sale and maybe it's still sort of like in a holding pattern.
Probably that. Yeah. It looks like he calls it the Alex Jones Network now. AJN Live.
I guess maybe you cannot trademark a title. Is that possible?
Or nobody could at least sue him for it yet because it's in limbo. So he might still use it. Here he is talking about Palantir.
Everybody's asking me about Palantir. And when you look at it and you understand it.
Hold on for 1 second. Ozempic? Or just nerves?
He really resents the suggestion that this is anything but his, I guess, newfound discipline in terms of health. And people that accuse him of being Ozempic, something he would never take, are liars and making the world a worse place. So.
I see. Okay.
And when you look at it and you understand it, Palantir and the surveillance systems and the AI and all of it has been an outlier from the bigger companies. And it's been wanting to get big contracts. And Trump wants to use it to track illegal aliens and stuff, and the real ID that they're trying to bring in that's terrible, that never got implemented because it's unconstitutional. So I've been critical of all of that, and I obviously don't trust Palantir and the rest of the stuff it's doing. But it is small compared to all the other big AI and the Pentagon Sentinel and all the rest of it. The reason you're seeing the attacks on it everywhere is because it's trying to get contracts that other big tech companies already have, and because Palantir has been supportive of Trump. And so, yeah, Trump is going to them because they've been supporters. But all this hype about Palantir, all of these systems can be used for control. All these systems are out of control.
So just to be clear, what he's doing here is his buddies in Austin.
Yep.
He's basically just running cover for his buddies in Austin. Palantir's not great, but they're an underdog. They're an underdog. We should be rooting for them.
The watchword here is when he says but, because he'll say all these sorts of things that
but
let's be clear.
Has been supportive of Trump. And so, yeah, Trump is going to them because they've been supporters. But all this hype about Palantir, all of these systems can be used for control. All these systems are out of control. All the AIs are woke. So Palantir is being used to run AI drones, killing people in Gaza. All of it's very concerning.
All of the AIs are woke. I don't really even know what that means. I guess that means that they're pulling from mainstream media sources like the New York Times, so they're not using right-wing sources for everything. And I think it's funny that in Alex Jones's background there, he has characters from Dr. Strangelove. It's a little observation there, and Alex Jones, does he look more and more like a movie villain all the time with his weird goatee? And like they've said, the allegedly weight loss from Ozempic. I mean, the guy looks more and more like a villain all the time.
Why do people know about Palantir and nothing else? Well, that's because it comes from the left only focusing on Palantir because it's seen as something being brought in to surveil the government itself and to try to find waste, fraud, abuse. That's what Trump wants it for. Trump admin tasked Palantir with expanding U.S. surveillance state. And the New York Times and all of them are all over it. Palantir's deepening government ties spark fears of centralized surveillance. And you've got the owner of it, the CEO of it, with all his statements about crushing the right wing in Europe and all the rest of it. I got serious concerns. It's just that endless hyping about it and only focusing on it is coming out of the left, and the populist anti-globalist movement has taken it absolutely hook, line, and sinker.
You've been completely flummoxed.
Basically, he's talking about, like, I think Nick Fuentes in particular, maybe someone like Laura Loomer, saying, hey, all of the sort of white supremacists that are in my audience are concerned about this massive dragnet that you're enabling the government to do.
Laura Loomer, incidentally, reportedly just met with J.D. Vance for an hour at the vice president's, I don't know if it was residence or office yesterday.
Talk to somebody smarter than Curtis Yarvin.
Don't pay attention to the Palantir stuff.
Alex Jones, you can search his tweets for Bilderberg Group. That's one of his things. Peter Thiel is on the steering committee of the Bilderberg Group.
Well, that's just a way to throw you off.
He's actually
on the upside, there's a big but, because the but is he may be able to buy InfoWars in an auction. Save my ass.
He's actually on the Bilderberg steering committee trying to make it better.
The thing I always would say about Alex Jones for years and years and years was if Alex Jones didn't exist, the CIA would invent him, because he is basically, when anybody's sniffing around something that the CIA or any other sort of group is doing, Alex Jones would be deployed to basically just lead someone down a rabbit hole to believe that it's, half a step away from lizards or weather machines or whatnot. And that's the function he's serving right there.
And he, I think, is pretty conscious about this. This is from a documentary by John Ronson, a British journalist, from a series called The Secret Rulers of the World. And this is Alex Jones talking about another guy, David Icke, who is the sort of like everyone's a reptilian thing.
Yes.
And he calls David Icke, he says, Icke is doing a turd in a punch bowl. And we'll just play a little bit of this here. It's about 50 seconds.
Open.
Blood. Al Gore needs blood to drink. So does Prince Philip. I mean, it's asinine. And it's being picked up by people, and so it discredits all of the reality people are talking about. And that's the problem with David Icke. He's got a good line to a point, and then he discredits it all. It's like a turd in the punch bowl. That's his job. He's got this nice big thing, this nice fruit punch, nice ice cubes floating around in it, and then he takes a big dump right in the middle of it, and no one's going to drink out of that punch bowl.
But is he in league with them to do that?
I think he knows what he has to do in a controlled world to get away with what he's doing and be given attention. And he's either a smart opportunist con man, or he's completely insane, or he's working for them directly. But I tend to think he's just a con man who understands how things works and is just a real opportunist.
Now, the irony of that is that clip is very much like Tucker Carlson in 2000 on, I think it was C-SPAN, where he was saying Bill O'Reilly is a fraud. He tries to be an everyman and a populist, but, all he is one, leaked story out from how he sends back his champagne on a air flight and yells at the waitress, and it's all going to fall apart. And I think what happened with Tucker Carlson over the years is he realized, like, oh, wait a second. No, that Bill O'Reilly ain't going to get taken out like that. That's actually exactly what I should do.
It's a working model.
It's a working model. It is proof of concept. And I think Alex Jones saw the same thing with David Icke.
Sam Seder is exactly right. And he said this for a long time, as he said that if Alex Jones wouldn't have come along, that the CIA would have created him. Alex Jones reminds me of a guy who's no longer living now, who back in the 80s, 90s, I mean, maybe back further than even the 80s, I'm not sure. There was a guy named Art Bell who had a radio show late at night called Coast to Coast AM. And all of these, he talked about conspiracy theorists, but back then it was aliens and ghosts and Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster and all of that. And these crazy people would call in on a show and say how they, had sex with a ghost, or there was a demon in their backyard, or whatever. And now all of those people have gone, all of those crazy conspiracy theory people have all gone over to politics. We've always had political conspiracy theories. We had the JFK assassination and all that, and the moon landing and everything. There's always been, various kooks involved with those conspiracy theories. But now with YouTube and with social media, those conspiracy theorists and those conspiracy theories have just exploded. And now you just find this stuff all over Facebook now and YouTube. Everything is a conspiracy theory now. Everybody's a conspiracy theorist. And the ghosts and Bigfoot and all that, that's quaint now. It's all conspiracies that have to do with politics. But like Sam Seder said, Alex Jones is going to twist himself into whatever knots to defend people like Peter Thiel and Palantir, who are the elites and the globalists and all that Alex Jones has been talking about for years. But he needs money because he's in such bad shape because of the horrible things that he's done in the past and the lawsuits that he's been hit with as a result. Let me know what you think about all of this. Do you enjoy Sam Seder's impersonation of Alex Jones as much as me? Make sure to let me know in the comments what you think about all of this, and make sure to give me a like and subscribe. I'm Chris on Culture, and I will see you in the next video.